Good morning, YouTube. It's not a good morning here, though, I'll tell you. Here in Kelowna, BC, we have got a lot of fire going on, and unfortunately, it is impacting residential areas. We have a major fire going on across the lake, which is in the other direction behind me. That fire is so intense that it crossed the lake during the night. And this is a big lake, Lake Okanagan. It's huge. And the fire crossed the lake, windborne embers type of thing, and started several new fires on this side. And you can see in the distance all the smoke. That's one area that was impacted by that spot fire. So yeah, it's a terrible situation. Our son and his family live in West Kelowna, and they were under evacuation alert, and they were ready to go at a moment's notice. And at 1 in the morning or 12:30 or so, they got a knock on the door. Okay, you got to leave immediately. And they did, and they're camping in our driveway in their tent trailer. And it looks like, I don't know, it might be for a week or so. It's, no one knows. The fire is so unpredictable, and we have high winds today and scheduled for the next few days. So the worst possible conditions, and we've had an extensive drought, a level 5 drought for the last, we've had a drought for the last few months, no rain. So yeah, terrible times right now. Everyone's doing what they can. The latest report that I've heard indicates that there have been a significant number of homes lost to the fire on the west side, and possibly some on this side of the lake. They can't get in there to count properly. The priority is on stopping the fires and preventing other homes from going up. I'm just grateful that we have a firefighting service that takes evacuation very, very seriously, and they plan for it extremely well with an abundance of caution. And this is a fire-prone area. We have a lot of wildfire. To my knowledge, there has been no deaths in recent memory in the wildfires, except for the odd firefighter that has unfortunately succumbed to it, but no families burned out and deaths in that way. They plan extremely well for evacuation, and the notifications are in many ways including a massive force going door to door, knocking on doors, telling people to get out. And then there are centers for people to go to if they have no place. So I'm grateful for that. I don't know how much further I want to go in this direction, of course, because it's going to get a little choking. I'm already feeling it quite a bit in my throat. And it's a strong smell of smoke in the air, of course. Yeah, the fire across the lake, yesterday morning, it was at 64 hectares. And by the end of the day, it was at 1,100. And this morning, early this morning, it was at 6,800. So you can see how it's doubling and tripling and quadrupling in size very quickly. I think it's around about 15 miles long, the main fire. Yeah, it looks like traffic's going to be really congested here, so I may not go too far, but I'll see if I can get to the airport and then circle back. I'm going to go this way. Yeah, look at the traffic there, congested. We will take a freer route. Well, smoke is getting pretty thick here. We're approaching Kelowna Airport. And I hear that most of the flights have been delayed or canceled due to visibility concerns. Yeah, so there's Kelowna Airport there. And yeah, it's pretty smoky. I'll tell you, this is shades from the past. 2003, hard to believe it was 20 years ago, but we had a terrible fire. It was 250,000 hectares. And that, you can look it up if you're not sure how big a hectare is, but 250,000 of them, that's huge for a wildfire. And it impacted in several communities, interface areas. Here in Kelowna we lost, I think it was about 255 homes, something like that. Yeah, terrible, terrible. And this is reminding me of that. I mean, with the wind that we have today, and for the next few days, the chance of fire spotting from that main fire, it's called the McDougall Creek Fire in West Kelowna. The chances of spotting from that fire at a distance in many places is high. Okay, I'm not going to go too much further up here, but what I'll do is maybe get up into a higher place up here. And we'll see if we can't see something more. There you see in that direction. Look at that. That's not a good sky. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be riding off-road anytime soon. Chances of getting trapped in an area would be a little too high for my liking. Well, I guess we really can't see much. I thought maybe we'd get a little bit different view up here than what I'm seeing, so that doesn't help. I'll turn around. Yeah, we're not seeing much there. Alrighty, back down we go and get out of this smoke. Pretty hard on the lungs, I'll tell you. Anyway, I just wanted to document a little bit of this and share my thoughts with you on how critical the situation is for us here. Every year we have the risk of this. Some years is better than others. And this year I was thinking, well, you know, we're doing pretty good up until now. I mean, there's been a record number of wildfires in the province this year, but locally here, we haven't been personally impacted too much until now, and now it's a heavy-duty impact. So of course the big hope for us immediately is for our son and his family and their home. Hopefully their home will be safe, but you don't know. You just don't know. My son has cameras at his home, and so he can check the live feeds. And he has a very deep ravine on his property, and it's wooded, heavily wooded, very steep slope. So if there are any embers in that area, it could be well, disastrous. So he's checking the feed of his cameras every now and again, as you can imagine, to make sure his home is still safe. Yeah, like I was saying, that's something I'm very grateful for, is the efforts that the emergency services people put into evacuation and the orderly manner that they do it. It's very, very effective. I don't know what the difference is compared to the United States, but when I see the fires in California and of course now in Maui, and you hear of the deaths, you know, just citizens dying in the fire, and it causes me to wonder what their evacuation procedures are, if they're as good as what we do here, you know, door-to-door knocking and just a massive force going out and preparing exit routes and such, you know. It's just so well done, and in time, using an abundance of caution, getting people out before there's an immediate danger. Yeah, just look at that sky, eh? Man, look at that. That does not look good. That's the general direction of the West Kelowna fire. I think it is anyway. I'm terrible on directions. Well, I think I've breathed enough smoke in for one day. So I'm going to end this video, and I hope that anyone watching this video from this area or any other area that's impacted by wildfire, I hope that you find a way to be safe. Take care of one another. Alrighty. You ride safe, be safe, and I will catch you on another video.